Good evening, all. I hope you're all doing well. Rajkumar sir, good evening.
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Yeah, you can
Can
start
you
the
hear me?
session, sir.
Yeah, okay,
Yes, yes.
okay.
Okay, sir.
Just a minute. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So, hi everyone. I will share my screen. Just let me know if my skin is visible. Yeah, just let me know is my screen is visible.
No, sir, it is not visible.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Just a minute. I'll reshare my screen once again. Yeah. So, is the screen is visible now?
Yeah, it is visible, sir.
Okay. And actually, the today topic is like so. Yesterday we tried to do something, but due to some system, I mean issues, we are not able to continue that for the practical things. So today we see how we can able to do that. And first thing is like Go Fisher. So first we'll see. Just a minute. I'll try to open that screen. So just now I'm going to install the GoFisher. Actually, I want to show how we can able to install the GoFisher because it's not like a normal tool. So while doing the installation, sure we'll face some of the issues. So we need to rectify that issue and then only we can able to install that. So what I am planning that, so I plan to install in the live classes. Okay. Just a minute, my system is getting turning on. Even we can get the GoFisher from the some of the GitHub website, but so even though we'll face an error because there is some library files dependencies are there. So for that we need to work in the backend to clear the errors. Okay, so, so Kali. Okay, so instead of Kali, you can use any other operating system. So in this case, I'm using Linux. Okay, so even Kali or else Ubuntu, any operating system we can use because all the operating system flavors are come from the Debian, like Ubuntu, Kali. There's so many operating system. So change it to the admin root access. Okay, so once we change it to the root access, first we need to do the update. Okay, so apt update. So apt updates the command to update the system. Then we need to upgrade. Okay, even if we are facing some error while doing update, also we need to fix that because what to say? Uh, Even I mean because if you are installing the Go Fisher as a fresh one, so after installing the system, so that time itself you are trying to install right, then fine, most of the error you will not get. So if you are trying to install after some long time of usage of Kali Linux, then you are trying to install. I mean you are using Kali Linux for a long time. So in the same system you try to do many of the changes and you install many of the tools as well. So that time if you try to install the Go Fisher, so you will face an error because the Go Fisher dependency will be affect the other file as well. So maybe there's a chances like that in the Linux operating system. We need to rectify that. Okay, so okay, open PGP. See, this is the one of the error I am facing now. Because Linux will provide different error. No, I mean no, I mean sometimes you will face an error. Whatever I am getting right now, some of them will get a new error, which is some of them will not face any error directly. The update will get success. So because it depends upon the previous installations. Okay, so mk kdir-p/etc/pt/key rings. So actually what I try to do that, so I try to rectify this specific error. Okay, so for that I'm creating a directory here. Okay, so even if you paste this error on the internet, you will get some of the solution for this directly. You can copy paste from there. We don't need to waste the time on what to say, explaining how to rectify this error. So just I'm getting some suggestion from the uh, internet, like how we can rectify these issues. Okay, because this is the based out of open PGP error. Okay, so now I try to update apt update. Actually, this error is something different from the previous one because here, at least in the previous error, you see that there is some files got download. In the end of the installation, we are getting the error. The different is like, so after do this changes, what it's showing is saying that, so this while you are giving the update, so this system can't able to read the uh, file from sources.list, because if you are doing some update or upgrade, there is a sum of the endpoint will stored in the sources.list file. Okay, so once you give the update, so that update will I mean invoke that sources.list file, and it will get some data from that particular endpoint, then only we are getting the update. Okay, but what happened now, that file itself not able to read, so we need to rectify that, then only we can able to update that. See, now can able to read because I just changes something on this particular file because I got that. So error. So this file not able. I mean, malformed entry one. So okay, again we are getting so many errors. Okay, it's like a warning that it's fine because a warning we anyhow warning also we need to fix, but as of now we are not going to focus on the warning. So if there is a error, we'll focus because in last we see that there is a error here. Okay, so warning is also fine. So error we need to fix, then only we can able to do new things. Okay, updates done. So now I am doing apt upgrade. Okay, so there is a difference between update and upgrade. Update is like what to say. Update is like, so if you have a Windows 10 or Windows 11 versions, so you are doing update in the same file itself, right? So Windows, what to say, Windows 10 to 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, if you're doing like that, that is called update. So the reason the organization releasing the update, I mean the thing is like, so if you are facing any error or I mean regular error, if you are trying to access some of the regular file like so if the I mean what to say. Okay, for example, just take so Windows having the Word file. Okay, so the Word file, everyone will use that Word file. Not only you guys will use, me, everyone are using the Word file. So the same Word file, even though you can use it on the Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 11 as well. So there anyhow in future there is a new operating system will get launched like Windows 12 or Windows 13 something. So if that operating system, while launching that operating system, anyhow will install that same Windows Office file there. If we are facing some errors, right? So that time what Microsoft will do, they will release the update. Where in that release, what happened that whatever the errors you are facing while installing the Word file, that all the errors will get fixed, and some of the even though there is a chance of fast battery drying, then there is a chance of system heating problem. So many of the that and all the calls errors. Okay, that and all will rectify by the latest updates. Okay, that's why the organization releasing the update. So upgrade in the sense completely changing from one level to the next level. So you have a Windows 11, you are changing to the Windows 12. That is called upgrade. So in that upgrade, so most of the feature will get changed. Your UI, your security systems, everything will get changed. Even if you see, we have Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, then we have Windows 11 right now. That's 11 is the latest version. Even if we see Windows 7, we can use, but Microsoft officially released the update. I mean, news like, so if you guys are using Windows 7, if there is any error, if you are facing on the Windows 7, they are not ready to support. They will support only from the Windows 10 or 8 something. Okay, so Windows 7 or they are saying that okay, we stop the updates for that. Okay, even now you are using, you are getting an error, they will not support on that, they will not provide any support on that. So anyhow we need to use the latest version. Okay, so in upgrade they will give the in Windows 7 you have a possible of attacks just getting, or if you know the IP, they directly you can able to do the attacks. Okay, so the changing to the Windows latest version is like, so that attack and all got prevent, and they are releasing the latest one. Okay, so that's why. So I try to upgrade. So here I'm having so much of data to upgrade. I need few minutes to upgrade this. Without upgrade also we can do some sort of installation, but anyhow once you done the upgrade, if the suppose the Go Fisher files need something latest one, right? So all the files will be there. So sometimes there is a chances of the lowest version. uh, Instead of upgrading one by one, if you upgrade the entire system, you can downgrade any specific file which the Go Fisher want the lowest version. Okay, so that's why I'm doing upgrade for entire system. So once the entire upgrade is done, so if the Go Fisher want any specific file to be a lowest one, easily I can able to downgrade that, or else I can install the downgrade version there. So instead of doing one by one, because anyhow we need a latest I mean so many files needed the latest version. So instead of selectively doing one by one, I will do like this. Okay, so meanwhile, what I am going to do, I am going to install the GoFisher file on this particular folder. So cd opt. So okay, I'm going to install the GoFisher on this folder. So the reason why I'm specifically using this folder, because in initial climbing, when we saw that Linux file handling Linux operating system, I have mentioned that. So there is a C folder called file system, each and every folder having the unique feature. So in this OPT file, if you are installing something from externally, right, you are downloading, then you are installing something from the external without using this apt package command you are trying to install, right, that time we mostly use the opt folder. Even if you try to install some files from downloading some file externally from the internet and you are installing, right, automatically that file also will prefer this opt location. Even if you not prefer also, directly it will take that opt location and it will install that file. Okay, so now what I'm going to download GoFisher zip file. So this is the command wget, and this is the URL for the GoFisher. You see that the complete file GoFisher version 0.1 12.1 Linux 64-bit dot zip file. This is in the GitHub folder. Okay, so I'm going to install this GoFisher download the GoFisher using wget. Wget is the command to download any files from the internet using CLI. Okay. So while upgrading, you can download some sort of file. If you try to install something simultaneously, right, that time that will not happen. Anyhow, what we do, we'll try to unzip this folder, because we know this is the zip file. Okay, so what we need to unzip. Meanwhile, this will get in the upgrade. So we'll unzip and we'll keep it ready to do the update. Do installation. Okay, so what I am doing, unzip. Okay, space gofisher.zip. Okay, so -d. If you want to know what command you can use, you can type man space unzip. Okay, so you can see here some sort of commands, what and all you can use here. You see D. So is an optional directive to which is extract the file. Okay, so I'm going to use the D. So this will help me to extract that file and save it in the specific folder. Okay, so I'm going to use, even if you want more commands, if you hit enter, you can see more commands. So as of now, D is the fine. Okay, this is a fine command. So unzip space go fisher -d space go fish. I'll use the name called go fish. Okay, so see, now all the file got extract, and if you see here, there's a folder called go fish. Inside the go fish folder, this all the file got extracted. Okay, cd go fish. Okay, so you see all the files here. You see the some configuration file, you see some of the db file. So if you go to the db file, right, you see the db mysql, db sqlite 3, cd db. See, there is a db configuration file, cat db.config. So you see that configuration of that MySQL, and you see there is a folder called migration. Actually, we'll see one by one. So the DB file will help you on the, like, once you create some what to say, you are creating some login page. So you are saying anyhow you will send that login page to someone to access that application to provide some inputs, something, right? So if someone is giving the input on that login page, or else if there someone is giving the input on the registration form, so that all the data will need to store in some places. Okay, so for that we need some of the database in our system. For that, what we are doing here, so we are going to use the mysql service. Okay, so fine, ls. Okay, so what I am going to do now, I'm going to give the permission. Let's see, ls-l. Okay, so if you see here, you see the permission of each and every folder. So there is a file called gofish. Okay, so here only I have the read write permission. I need the execute permission as well, because I'm going to execute this gofish file to run some of the things. So for that, I need the execute permission. Only I have the read and write access. That will not enough to do the executions. We need a execute permission as well. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do ch mode. So initially I have explain that we have a command called -, or 777 we can use to provide the permission. Even we have one more command plus X, in the sense execute. Here you see that X will be there for some of the files. It means executions. Okay, you can able to execute that file as well. Not only read write, we can able to execute that. Okay, so I'm giving the GoFisher file name here. So you see here now, GoFisher. Okay, so every time of giving, whenever we are giving ls, right, instead of giving ls, just do the practice like ls hyphen l. So look the files with the permission, because even sometimes if you're doing some sort of practice, or else if you're doing in the privilege escalation, right, so once you got the access of the system, you got the privilege access, right, what happened that time? That time you should monitor all this permission. Okay, then only you will know that, okay, so whether other user having the execute permission, or only that particular user having the execute permission who create, right, so only that particular user having the execute permission, whatever it is, then only we can able to understand. So while doing normal ls itself, just use -l. So that will help you in the privilege escalation. Fine. So now I got the permission to the GoFisher file. So now what I'm going to edit some of the configuration file here. Meanwhile, I'll check that how much percentage complex, 71. Okay. So this is the configuration file, actual configuration file. Okay. So here admin underscore server. Okay. You see that admin underscore server. So what I'm going to do here, listener URL. Okay. So I'm going to change this listener URL to, instead of 127.0.0.1 to 0.0.0.0. Okay, so the reason why I'm using this 0.0.0, it's like a um, default route. Okay, default route, in the sense how to say. Okay, so just I'll give some simple example. Okay, this is your Wi-Fi. Okay, this is your Wi-Fi. So why it's not working? Okay, so this is the router. Okay, so under the router you have I mean, this is just imagine Wi-Fi. Mm, Wi-Fi router. Okay, under this you have a system. Okay, there is a one more Wi-Fi. This is your friend Wi-Fi. Okay, so under your friend Wi-Fi there is a your friend system. Okay, so you are do if you want to do some communication between your system to your friend system, right? So we need to introduce your system to your friend Wi-Fi, and your friend system to your Wi-Fi, without sharing of both info. I mean, sharing the information together. So we are not able to transfer the data. Okay, because once I know about this particular target to my inform my particular target to my Wi-Fi, so if then only my Wi-Fi can understand. Okay, so if you are giving the IP of this system, right, for example 10.0.0.1, so if you are giving the IP of this system to transfer the data, right, so then only my router will know that, okay, so this is the my nearby device. I know this device because recently we got a introduction between that system, so this is the nearby device, then only it will give the data. Okay, so otherwise we can't able to provide the data. Instead of giving like this, what we are going to do now, so we are going to give that 0.0.0.0 0.0.0 in the sense. So in this place of 0, any IP may be there. Okay, in say here 1 may be there, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything may be there. Okay, any IP, any user may be there. Okay, so that's why we are giving the 0 in the sense there is no specific IP, anyone may be there. So whenever you are getting some data, just search in the internet, do the communication like that. Okay, so that's why we are specifying the 0.0.0 here. Okay, so if we give the 127, right, then what happened? Only your system, only this Kali system can able to access this URL. Okay, 127.0.0.1 is the loopback address. Okay, so I think everyone know about the loopback. So I'll just give the basic idea about loopback. loopback will be in the every one of the system. What happened, right? So if you are not connected with the internet, even though this 127.0.0.1 IP will work, because the thing is like, after disconnect from the internet, if you try to ping this IP, right? So 127.0.0.1, you will get a success response from this IP. Okay, if you try to ping at the same time with the Google or Facebook or any other site, you will not get any success response. But with the help, if you ping with 127.0.0.1, so we'll get a success response, because this is the loopback. So even though your system is not connected with the internet, this loopback will run continuously. Okay, this will support you to identify if there is any network issue, or so many of the things we are using this loopback address. Even when you are doing some website penetration testing in troubleshoot, we use this IP has a proxy IP. Okay, we can use this IP for so many things. So actually, not only this IP is using for the loopback. So there is a range of IP like 127.0.0.1 to 127.0.255.255.255. Okay, this is a complete range is using for the loopback. Okay, so actually in IP, when we saw the IP address, we see that there is a classes called A, B, C, D, and E. So ABC, we know that that can used by public users. Okay, ABC can used by the public users. Yeah. So in this A, there is a certain range 0 to 127. In the range, the last 127 is this the loopback address. This entire range of IP will work for the loopback. Okay, fine. I hope everyone got the idea what is the loopback address. Okay, actually this is not a um, like a target system address. Even in your system also there is a loopback. That's why if you try to I mean run that loopback, right, only it will connect with your system, not to a different system. Okay, only connect with your system. That's why I'm changing to 0.0.3.3. Okay, in the same way I'll change the port number as well, because I already say that. Okay, so if we want to do some communication over the internet, sure, we need the port number. Okay, so communicating between system to system also we need the port number. Okay, so in graphical mode, we don't know what actually happening in the application. If see that if you have some application here, if you have some application here, if this to you are sending some message via this application to this system. Okay, through this application, just imagine this application name is ABC. Okay, even this user also using the same application ABC. Even to transfer the data from this to this, right? That we need a port number. Okay, at least it should run in 80 or 440 something. Okay, so port number should be there. So here the admin server will run on this particular port. Okay, 80, and we need a port 3333 here. Okay, this is the actual IP and port. So what I am going to do now, so I'm going to save this file. Okay, control yes. So now I'm going to run. So before running this, okay, I just want to complete this entire things. Okay, so when you're doing upgrade, just use the default one. Okay, don't do anything like S on. If I mean here you don't know what to do for this. Okay, we are getting S or no options. Just give the default preferable one. So by default, the system will suggest some of the things. Okay, S or no. Just the give mention the default one. So once you want something to do the changes while you are getting some errors, that time you just go and rework on that configuration file. Okay, then we can able to fix. So once I done the complete upgradation, see the download has been completed. Now the all the packages are getting installed. So you see the process, it's running from the 0%. We need certain time to complete this process. I can run meanwhile. Okay, I can run this command dot slash go fisher. Meanwhile, I can run that. But if I run that right again, I will face in some issue, because already you see that my CPU is completely in the high. I mean, it's running in the 80 to 90% of CPU. Okay, so if I run this as well, then it will take so much of CPU. The reason why it's taking this much, I just access given only the specific amount of RAM. Okay, that's why it's taking too much of memory. Okay, because in backend, see unpacking, there is a uninstall can be happen. There is a unpackaging can be happen. Many things will run in the backend. That's why it's taking so much of CPU here. Just give me a minute. I think it will get over. And just make sure if you have to if you enable some firewall like UFW, or else if you have if you are using IP tables here, UFW, this is a type of firewall. But I'm not using the UFW firewall in my system. If you are using, right, then you need to allow the port number 33380. Both the port number you should allow. So even if you are using something like HT integration with that particular Go Fisher service, then you need to enable port 443 as well. Okay, so you need to allow to access that port number. Okay, so in Kali, no problem. By default, it will not enable. In Ubuntu also no problem. So, but if you are using CentOS or else some other operating system, just make sure UFW will be there. So UFW should allow that particular port number. Okay, let's see. Will I try to run? I think I don't want to take the risk. That's why if I run that right there again, this will get hang. Then I need to restart my system. Again, I'll get so much of errors. So meanwhile, if you guys have any doubts, you can ask me. Just I need to 5 minutes to complete this installation. So after this, we'll see about DOS attack and how we can perform the DOS attack. And instead of using some sort of tools, how you can we can able to create a DOS attack by using some, I mean, DOS attack tool by using some program language that I mean, I'm not going to create some of the DOS attack tool using program language, but I will give you an idea how we can able to create, because based on the understanding, I mean, understanding of that other tools, you will get an idea. Any doubts, you can ask me. Meanwhile, we try to download that, what to say that, ransomware file. Just a minute, I'll download that. So we'll try to download from. See, this all files are the ransomware files. Yeah, I mean this hash file is like, so even though if you use this hash file, right, you got that whether this is the malware or not. So if you see, so if I click, if I download this, right, so anyhow this will not allow me to download. So see now, if I click to download, okay, see here. So there is a hash value. Okay, instead of downloading this file, you can see the file name. What I am doing now, I'm just copying this hash file. So I'm going to virus total. Okay, so if you click here, so just in the search column, just paste this one, search. See, you see that ransomware, right? So even with the help of name itself, we can identify whether it's a ransomware file or it's a normal file. So instead of 71, there is a deduction chances like 61. Okay. So all files with the help of that hash file itself, we can able to get that. Okay. That's why. Uh, so it's showing in this format. Okay. Why specifically I'm looking for the WannaCry, so that I know how it will react, but other files anyhow, I need to check how it will react and how that response will be. So on how to get that back normal. I already just download already that file and I'm keep it in my drive. Just a minute, I'll just check to download that. I have that file already because instead of searching, I just try to download directly from my drive. So that's why already I download and pay, keep it in my drive. Oh, I think it will take a time to upgrade. Okay, so then I will do one thing. So meanwhile, I will explain you on the different point. Okay, different topics. So once this upgradation got complete, right? Then I will explain that how you can configure the Go Fisher. Okay, so what meanwhile we don't want to waste the time on this. So I'll show you because even the DOS attack also I just planned. I mean continuity of this. So I try to show that. So if this supply I mean anyhow this is a type of applications once we launch this application, right? So I plan to do the DOS attack on this application to showcase whether this site is getting down and how long how it's getting loaded. I just plan to show like that. So anyhow once this over then continuously I will show that DOS attack. So meanwhile I'll show you how to use the Brubshoot tool because so when we are doing some web application related attacks, right? So in real time also we need a Brubshoot application. Okay, so what I am going to do, so I will explain that how you can use the Brubshoot tool and what is the advantage of the Brubshoot tool and what and all you can able to do with that tool. Okay, that I will explain. Okay, so Brubshoot, if that's developed by the Portswigger. Okay, so Portswigger is the so Portswigger. Just download type Brub download. So you see here Brub download community edition. So they have two types of two version. Like one is like community edition, another one is like professional edition. Okay, so actually in web application penetration testing, there is a lot of tools, okay, to perform some sort of attacks. And you see that there are some of the tools you can download from the GitHub for the specific attacks. Okay, so even though in organizations, if you are hired as an employee, right, you should know about the Brubshoot complete access. So they will ask the interview question as well from the Brubshoot. Okay, because they will not mostly it's like a universal tool. After this add for additional I mean how to say, after you know this Brubshoot, right? So the additional support you can use any other tool, but mostly whenever you are giving the whenever you are reporting the finding to the client, right? You should use the Brubshoot to take the I mean what to say findings. Okay, so if you use some sort of tool, some of the client will accept, some of the client will not accept that tool because they say that, okay, this is the tool. So try to do some manual analysis and provide me the screenshot. They will ask like that because, so already I say that just wordings will not help you on that. Evidence is the main thing. Then only they will believe, even though they will not believe any sort of some of the third party tool evidence. They should need proper evidence which is the universal tool. That tool evidence they will accept. Okay, fine. So you can download this from the company, I mean, Portswigger website. Just click on go, try to download. Okay, so if you click here, you see that there is a two different what to say things. One is like a professional, one is community. So if you just click on community edition to download, if even if you click professional also, it got download. But the thing is like while opening that Brubshoot professional edition, it will ask the key. Without key, you will not able to install. Okay, so go with the professional edition. I mean, even though you say you can say that sir, I am using a lot of crack versions, many things I am using. So that crack version will not support you completely. Okay, so I mean, not support you completely in the sense. So if you go with the current professional version, right? They are integrated with the AIs. Many things are there in the new futures. Okay, so if you use that old version of a crack edition, you will not get the AI features, anything. Even though if there is a AI, you need to what to say, do the manual analysis. The instruction what you are giving, based on that it will do some of the activity, and it will provide show you the status how it react. Okay, so based on that you need to do some analysis, and you need to confirm that whether is the correct one or not, false positive or it correct one. Okay, because even the whatever, whenever you are using the tool, we feel that okay, so if I'm using tool will provide the entire end to end detail for me. So that is not a right one. So provide a tool will not provide the end to end detail. It will give you some sort of details that you need to cross verify whether it's a false positive or else the correct one. The second thing is like, so tools will not do like I mean do the law, I mean logical analysis like how the human will think. Okay, the tools can't able to do that because as a human we know how to cross verify it, how to change the script, if you do some changes on the script what the output will be, and you know that how to correlate that output everything. Okay, I instead of tools, so compared with the tools we are the best one. Okay, humans are the best one for the analysis. You can take that, you get the suggest from the tools, it's like a partial uh, confirmation from the tool. After that we need to do our own. Okay, so just we are trying to reduce our time, that's it. We are not going to do I'm not saying that okay you should not use the tool, just use the tool, but take it as a instead in the 100% just take 10 or 5 to 10 percentage from the tool input, that's it. Okay, after that you are the responsible for the entire application testing. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to download this. Okay, I think I already have the professional version. Sorry, I downloaded the okay, I don't want this professional. Already downloaded, I think so. Sorry, I don't have that shoot now. Okay, anyhow, no problem. I'll download this community edition. Just click on download. Even you can download it for Linux, even you can download it for what to say, Windows, Mac, for everything there is a shoot. Actually, I'm downloading for the Windows here. Okay, so in Kali itself we have the shoot, but here I already is running some sort of upgradation here. That's why I'm not preferring this one. Okay, even in Kali by default there is a shoot. What happened? I don't know. See, so I just leave it for some period of time. My system got hanged. Yeah, I got Kali. See, till now there's only 26% has been completed. Okay. Because if something is happening like this, right? If you close or if you intercept the upgradation or downloads, right? What happens sometimes? It will corrupt the entire flow. Okay, so that's why most of the time once you do the upgrade, right, just keep it ideal, don't disturb the system. So if you do some interruption, okay, taking too long time, I just want to close, or else I want to do I want to just stop this, don't intercept and do control X or control C. Okay, you can do one thing, just keep it in the sleep mode and just take it to wherever you want to go, just take it there, then you just connect with the internet, then just resume this upgradation. Okay, fine. So this will go. Meanwhile, we'll see how to work with the shoot. Okay. So here you said that there is a shoot. So Okay. See next, next. So already exist. Okay, already there. Then why it's not allow me to see? Oh, already there. Okay, then fine. So then I'll stop the installation. No, cancel. It's like a normal installation. No need to do some complicated, complex task here. Okay, just it's a normal installation. Just double click and install that. That's it. Okay. So already I have. So I don't. I'm not going to waste the time on installation. So bar. In community edition, the only you can do few. You can able to access few of the things. Few of the things will have can only access in the what to say full versions, professional versions. I think this is getting installed again. What happening? Why again it's asked me to install? Okay, anyhow, let's see. I'll if it's asked, I'll make it to rewrite on that. Okay, next, next. So I'll make it yes, just yes, because I don't know where the actual file will be. So better I just reinstall that. Yeah. So finish. Okay. Well, yeah. Now it will open. Just a minute. It will open. It will load and it will takes time to open. Okay. That once you open, the tool will look like this. Okay. So once you see, I mean, this is the front page. So this is the, I mean, there is a version 2025. Okay, dot 10.4. This is the latest one. So you see that temporary project in memory, new project on disk, open existing project. If you are using the professional version, right, you have this option. You can select a new project on disk. So what happened, right? If you click this, yeah, you can give the name. You can select the locations. So whatever the after this, whatever you are doing in this particular uh, file, right, everything will got stored. So whenever you want, you can open it and you can do the reanalysis, because once you got a website, so it will not going to complete within a day or within for week. So anyhow, based upon the application weightage, sure, you will take a time and you need around 2 weeks or 3 weeks of time to complete the entire testing. Okay, so what happened, right, that time you need to work on the same file. So if you create new file, right, then again you need to do the scan and again you need to do the analysis. If you save all the things, right, so you can, I mean, actually, why you need to save this all the file? Because once you open the endpoint of some of the application, I mean, if you open the URL of some application, so if you use the Brubshoot, you will get all the endpoints, whatever the backend endpoints, whatever the APIs are passing in that endpoints, everything it Brubshoot will get monitor and store it in this store it in the application. Okay, so if you save that, right, so every time of opening, you know that, okay, this is the one of the endpoint, this is the second endpoint, third endpoint. So no need to do the scan again and again and again. So once you do the scan, you just keep it in the store. You can store that. So whenever you want, you can reuse that. So that's why we are trying to save this file. Okay, but if you are using the community edition, you don't have an option to store. So only you have the temporary projects, so you can open, you can do the analysis. Once you close, entire data will get erased, because the we are using the temporary project in the memory, only in the memory. When till the so close, you can able to see all the data. After that, the data will get erased. So if you have the professional, you have a new project, you can store that in somewhere. So if you want to open that existing project, you can click here to open that existing project. Okay, so then just click on next. You see the using Brubshoot default, and you can see load from configuration file. If you want to load some configuration file, you can select this. But as of now, I'm not going to load any configuration file, even though we don't want any configuration file much. So everything will be there. So I'm just use Brubshoot default one. Just start Brubshoot. Okay. So actually, the Brubshoot tool is like a proxy tool. Okay, PropShoot is like a proxy tool. So proxy, what the proxy will do? So anyone can say what actual proxy will do? Just you can drop the message here. Okay, so proxy is like, just think, this is your, I mean, mostly we know that proxy in the network. Okay, we thought of like proxy is like, so if we use that proxy, we'll change our location, and it will, whenever you're doing search, it will give some other location. So most of the them are thinking that is a actual proxy, but that is not a proxy. So proxy is like, so in the Brubshoot, so this is the one of the system. Okay, so more, even you hear that there is a one of the firewall called uh, proxy firewall. Okay, proxy application firewall. Okay, so what the application firewall will do? So whenever you are doing some request, okay, just think this is your PC. So there is a server here, ABC server. Okay, they are running some website. Okay, this is the proxy firewall for this server. Okay, so whenever you are requesting some data, right, first it will go to the proxy application. Okay, what the firewall, proxy application firewall, what this firewall will do, this firewall will note down all the data. So what type of data you are requesting, and which file you are requesting to get access, everything it will note down, and it will forward the request to the proper server. Okay, then the once server is responding back, right, that also noted by this application for proxy firewall, then only it will provide you the information. Okay, so this is the application proxy firewall. Instead of this firewall, what we are going to do, we are going to use the burp here. Okay, so actually what going to happen, so this is the general scenario. So whenever you are doing request, there is a firewall in between me, our side, and the, I mean, communication between our system and proper server. Okay, so actually here, so this is the system. Inside the system, you have a tool called burp. Okay, just imagine, inside the system there is a tool called burp. Okay, this is the tool burp. Okay, so and you have a browser. Okay, you have a tool and you have a browser. So what we I'm going to do now, I'm going to interconnect both browser and this Brubshoot. Okay, so if you are requesting some website, right, google.com. okay, google.com, facebook.com, the entire body of the, I mean, entire request first go to the Brubshoot. Okay, so you have this is the particular space exact place you will see the request of the Google. Okay, so you have an option called intercept on forward. Once you click on intercept, then all the data will come to this particular Brubshoot. In this same page, you can see whatever the request going to the Google server to get the website. Okay, so once you click on forward, then only you can able to forward the traffic to the Google. You will get a response. Okay, now Brubshoot is not only just seeing the request, even we can able to see the response what server is responding back. Okay, both the things we can able to see. Okay, so request and response we can see here. Okay, fine. What happened? Okay, so request and response we can see here. Okay, so once we connect this, then only we can able to do this everything. So the connection, how we are going to do here, so with the help of the loopback address. So we are going to use the loopback address to create a interconnections between browser and the Brubshoot. So then only what we can do, we can able to forward all the data to the Brubshoot. So you can see here, if you want to do some changes on that particular data, you can change. Then you can forward. If that change accept by the server, then that is the vulnerable. Okay, so that we'll see bit later. So actually, after this uh, I mean, phishing tools and DAOs, then I plan for this. But anyhow, it's taking a time. That's why we are looking now, seeing now itself. In practical, I'll show you what and all changes you can do, how we consider it as vulnerable, everything I'll show you. Okay, fine. So I will now we'll see the configuration, how we can do. Okay, so first what I'm going to do now. So I'll open the Firefox here. Okay, so instead of Firefox, there you see that there is a open browser. Directly you can click to create. So I think my voice is clear, right? Is there any network drop? Okay, I hope no one facing any issue from like my voice dropping anything. If you guys are facing any errors like that, just let me know. We'll take it to this side. Okay, fine. So this is you can see one of the options here, open browser. Okay, so actually this option, what this option will do, this it will, I mean, it will open the direct what to say Brubshoot browser. I mean Brubshoot browser. Okay, you no need to do any configuration. By default, all the configuration will be there. Directly you can open and you can work on that. Okay, so if you don't want to use that, just use the Firefox here. Just go to the Firefox settings. Okay, you can see here there is a settings. We have a different option to configure the IP, like the loopback IP. So first I'll show one by one. So this is the one of the general options. Okay, so no need of any tools. By default, the Firefox itself we have the settings. Okay, so just type on proxy. Okay, so you see the settings here. Okay, so just click on the setting. You see that no proxy, use system proxy, and manual proxy configuration. We need to select this manual proxy configuration here. Okay, so once you click on this, you see that there is a HTTP proxy and you see the port number there. Okay, so this is the 127.0.0.11 IP of the Brubshoot. If you want to confirm that, just open the Brubshoot. You see that, just click on proxy settings. Okay, if you click on proxy settings, you see that 127.0.0.1 and colon 8080 interface IP. Okay, and you see here it's a, you have an option to unselect and select. So you just make sure to select this, because then only you can intercept whatever the data is transferring over the Firefox. That all the data you can able to see here. Otherwise, you can't able to see. Okay, so make sure just run. Click on. I mean, select this services. Okay, make it run. Okay, so the same IP I'm configuring here in my Firefox. So 127.0.0.1 and 8080, and I'm just make sure that so allow use this HTTP proxy for HTTPS as well. So if you forgot to select this, right, what happened? Only you can able to intercept the HTTP traffic. I mean, we know that no one site having that website. I mean, no one websites are running in the HTTP. Okay, maximum of all sites are running in the HTTPS. Even when you are do some sort of testing, when you are taking some website from the Backrowd or else HackerOne, so all the website are having what to say, having the SSL. I mean, it means running in the HTTPS. Okay, so we need to understand one more thing, that so most of the thing them are thinking that okay, my site is running in the HTTPS, so my site is completely safe. Not like that. So HTTPS will give say security, not the complete application. It will provide you the security only in the form of whenever you are sending some data to the server from your browser, from that application to the server, that data will got encrypt. That's it. So the it means that the data will encrypted. If someone try to intercept the data, and if they try to decrypt the data also, they can't able to do that, because all the data are in the encrypted form. Okay, so it's like an unreadable text. They can't able to get any plain text. Okay, that is the actual usage of the HTTPS. Other than that, nothing. So again, other scenarios and all, we need to cross verify. Okay, fine. So I'm just click on OK here. So if you go to the, sorry, just open the browser. So turn on the intercept here. Okay. So just try search Google. Okay. So actually this is not an actual Google site. So if you click, just type google.com. Okay. So if you hit enter, you see there are so many of traffics are going. Okay. So actually this one all the normal one. This just a minute. What I will do, I'll again intercept. First, wait for the time. Okay, I'll intercept. Again, I'm just hit enter. Okay, again, we are getting so much of data. So the actual data will be this one. So you see that URL google.com. Just make sure this URL and the URL in the browser both are same. Okay, only you need to consider that if you even you see that google.com slash complete, there are so many of the data are traveling, but I will not consider this data because the actual URL is not that one. Okay, so I need to configure, I see, make sure that the URL and browser URL both are same. So if you are feeling that okay, this and all unwanted data, you can make it drop. Okay, you have an option called drop in the sense you will not get any more request for this particular endpoint. Okay, you will not get any more requests. Okay, so if you forward this, then only you will get a response. The second request, everything, the continuity request you will see, you can see here. So if you are what to say, if you drop this, you can't you'll not get any data there. Okay, related to that particular endpoint. Okay, so you see that this is just a overview time type. What is the type? Like HTTP, I'm intercepting the traffic. So request, so even you can ask me that okay, we are intercepting the HTTPS, right? Why it's showing me HTTP here? So HTTPS is just because of HTTP plus SSL, it's showing HTTPS. Okay, so actual, if you want to request for the website, actual type will be HTTP. That's it. SSL will help you to encrypt the data to secure while transferring the data. That's it, over the network. So that's why we are getting HTTPS. Other than only HTTPs are the actual protocol services to get the website. Okay, so then request is going direction like from my system to the rec server. That's why direction is request. So if you are getting some response from the Google, you'll see the different direction here. Okay, and the method will be the get, and you see the URL here. So this is the overview of the request, and you see some deep information about that particular request. You see so much of detail here, like get. So you see the host in the sense what actual URL we are requesting, and what is the cookie value, and you see that some of the user agent accept language. Actually, this is the actual data our browser is taking to the Google. Whenever we do the request, right, we know that okay, some data is moving to the Google, we are getting the response back. That's it, we know. Okay, actually this is the actual request sending to the Google. Okay, so not only for the Google, mostly whatever the site you are requesting, the data will look like this. This is the server side data. Okay, so we know that this all the client side data. Okay, so if you see here view page source, you see sorry, for that I just want to turn on the intercept. Then only see, this is the HTML data. Okay, so this HTML only when I mean like so if you use some of the backend language, you know, the backend language, front end language. So front end language is like, so the data will get, the code will get execute only in the browser. Okay, not in the server side. It will take that entire code, and it will execute in the server end, I mean sorry, browser end. Okay, so that's called front end. Okay, so when you are requesting that, so the data is going to the server, right? That's a backend server data. That data we see here. Okay, see Google. Okay, so www.google.com cookie value. So what is the actual browser I am using? Windows operating system 64-bit. And then you see that Firefox, sorry, you see what type of language can be understand. All the things will be here. Okay, all the data will can see here. Okay, so and I'll show. I mean, tomorrow I'll try to show you that what and all the headers are there, and what actual usage of the headers. Okay, so you see that there are, so these everything's are headers. Each and every things are headers here. Okay, each and every headers having some unique usage. um but actually we are not going to see deeper about the header as of now. So I'm just going to show what and all the other options in the browser. So after complete this, I'll show you what and all the other headers are there. Okay, so even if you want to see some of the response of this particular data, right, so just right click and click on do intercept. You see the response to this request. Okay, so just right click, you just place the cursor here, right click, do intercept. You can click on response to the request. Okay, it means this request will go to the server, you will get back the response. Okay, that response also you can see here. If you not click that, you will not get any response, you can't able to see directly, the site will get open. Okay, even if you see here, still the Google is loading, not yet closed, I mean not yet stopped, right, the loading. It means that I just hold that request. So even I can takes a long time to hold. But some of the site, if you take long time, the request got destroyed. So you need to generate one more new request, then only you will get a success website. Okay, okay, fine. So what I'm doing, I'm just clicking, already I just select the response to the request, just forward. Okay, so I know that this is not the actual data. You see something is like Firefox settings, Microsoft service dot mozilla.com. So this is not actual request. So sometimes what happened related to some of the browser request also will get, you can see here, just ignore that. Okay, so only if you are seeing something, whatever the I mean actual URL you are searching here, if the same URL if you see in the host value and this URL, then consider that. Otherwise, just ignore that. Okay, you see that there is a request and response. Okay, this is the actual request for the Google, and this is the actual response. So this is the response giving to the browser. Okay, from the Google to our browser. Okay, even though see here, you can see that still the request is loading. Once I forward this, you see that okay, the loading is a bit different here. So So much of traffics are there. See, the website got properly got the response. Okay, so until if you store, I mean for forward right, so the request will be in your hand. Okay, and even you can see the response, but will not do any change. Mostly will not do any changes on the response because if you do some changes on the response, there is no more usage. Okay, even I mean for some of the request you can do, but most of the request will not try to do any changes on the response side. Will try to do changes on the request. Okay, fine. So yeah, so this is the handling of the request. Okay, so using intercept, you can see what are the request and response is going, and for you can see here history, HTTP history, history in the sense whatever the things you have done till now. For after open this shoot, whatever the things you have done till now, you can see all the things here. So if you want to reuse this request, you can see here and what is the actual response. I mean. Here you only you can able to see the response once you select that options response to this request. Until you can't see here. So in HTTP history, all the request response you can, it will store here. Okay, even though if you not select that, okay, response to this request, you will get that response here. Okay, all the things you can see here. Then we have socket history. So normal HTTP and socket history is bit different. The thing is like HTTP is like a normal request and response. The socket is whenever you have the chatbot, that place you see that socket history. Okay, so then you have proxy settings that we know that. So there's an option you can make it run or you can stop the running options. So most of the time make sure you should keep on running, then only you can able to intercept. If you disable this, you can't intercept. Okay, then you have if you want to do some changes on the I mean what to say, display. Okay, if I see that you can changes the font size, you can change the background. This is the general settings. Just explore this. Okay, so then you have next option called intercept dashboard. This is the overall dashboard. If you do some sort of scan, if you're I mean you can do scan for more than 5 endpoints. The all the endpoint scan you can see here, which endpoint scan got completed till which endpoint scan are still running. All the things you can able to see from here. And the next thing is like target. So you see that, so here you are getting each and every request of the separate one. Okay, history in the sense, even you take the Google, so you are requesting for Gmail, you are requesting for do some for payment process. There it's all different endpoints. All the endpoints, separate endpoints you can see here. In the target you see that the entire endpoints, I mean the bunch of endpoints you can see here. See, so in this endpoint, how many requests you done? In this endpoint, how many requests you done? So that all the information will come to know here. What is the length value and what type of data, whether it's a JSON data and what other data is there. So what is the status code here? Everything you can see here. Okay, so to understand to work on the shoot, so understanding of the each and every option is fine. So even though you need to understand how the browser will respond back. Okay, so even if you do using the shoot, you can understand. Okay, so with the help of getting the success page, you understand that okay, the website is working fine. But in shoot, you will not see any graphical mode. So you see only the response status code. So with the help of 200, with the help of that value, you can able to and you need to understand what is the actual status. Okay, so then we have the options called yeah, repeater. Okay, so repeater is one of the options. What we can do here, when you are doing some analysis, right? So you have a site, you start doing analysis. Okay, so I'll just take some example site, demo.testfire.net. Okay, this is the actual example site I'm going to take here. Okay, so this is the login page. Okay, so what I will do here, I'll just turn on the intercept and I'll just take the admin and password. So I don't know the actual password. So what I'm doing here, I'm just giving some random password here. So I'm just taking that intercept, and what I will do, I'll just take it to the intruder. Same how we are how we select the response to this request, right? In the same way, we need to just right click and send this request to the repeater. Okay, we need to send this request to repeater, and even you can send more request also. Like okay, so we have that. Okay, okay, login page request we already got it. So then what I am doing now, I'm going to okay, after login there may be some request. So okay, so after login, you see that there are few some of the records once you click on check. So something if you click here, so you will get some of the some new request. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this request as well. Okay, see here, this is the one more request amount details. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm taking this request as well to the repeater. So what I can do. So if I want to do analysis on the login page, I can do analysis here, and I can, if I want to do some analysis on the this particular field, right, even I can do. Okay, I can take the separate request, and then I can keep it in some folder. I mean, sorry, I can take it to the repeater whenever I want to do analysis. When I'm getting some new idea, I can implement here. Okay, so I'll just see here. If I click on send, you'll see the response here. What actual response is 200. Okay, you're getting. Sometimes you see that render here in the render, you see that actual how the browser will show that application. Okay, sometimes what happen, you will not get any detail. Okay, see what I'm doing now, I'll just try to change this request. Okay, instead of some amount, I'm just reducing to 80. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm sending this request. See, we are getting some error here. Okay, so we'll try to do the analysis like this. We'll try to increase some value and we try to do the analysis. So I'll take it to the actual value, then I'm sending. Okay, the actually this is not actual value. See, so with the help of that, I try to understand. Okay, why whenever there is a proper value, we are getting correct data. If there is no proper value, we are getting something error. Okay, some error pages are there. Okay, so we need to do the analysis. Even if I want to do same time, if I want to do analysis on the login, right, directly I will do like this. First of all, I will do analysis like this. See, this is the response rate not to found. So even if you're giving success password, how it will react, everything you should know that. Sorry. Okay, fine. So anyhow, I'll just explain after the after giving the brief explanation about the drop shoot. Fine. So you see that there is a 3 not to found, and you see that there is a okay. So in this place, you see that if you send the request directly, you will get this response. Okay, so if you see in this request, you see there is a one more option got pop up, follow redirection. If I click this, right, so it will redirect that request. Redirect in the sense, if you see here, this is the old data. Okay, so this is the old data. I'm just adding some apostrophe here. If I send right, what happened, it's showing the 302 font. 302 in the sense, it will redirect to some other place. Okay, once you got the redirection, right, you will see the follow redirection. Okay, so if you click on follow redirection, you see that what is the response for that particular response. Okay, now you see that there is a syntax error enhanced. So you can see, but in if you have the render option, you can see like this. If you don't have, then you need to try to see the entire logic of this response, then only you can able to understand. Okay, otherwise we can't see. With the help of this all the information, you can able to understand that. Okay, this is the actual usage of the repeater. Okay, so then we have an options called intruder. So what we can do with the intruder, so I can make something like looping scenarios. Okay, so I'll take the same request to, just a minute. Okay, I'll just take this request to intruder. Okay, here my uh, thing is like I want to do some password checks. Okay, I don't know the actual password. What is the actual password? What I my plan is like, I want to type each and every password, and I want to make sure that which one is correct. Okay, so instead of typing one by one manually, what I am doing here now, so I'll just remove this. I'll make it add. Okay, so once I click on add, so what happened, whatever the value I am going to give in this payload configuration, that payload will apply here automatically. It will apply, and it will keep on checks. Okay, so and it will give you the response, what actual response you are getting for that each and every input. Okay, so what I am doing now here, I'm going to give the uh I mean, so in payload, we need to use the not a number. Okay, set rule proxy. I need not like this. Okay. Why I'm not? Oh, sorry. Here I have that configuration file. Okay. So see here you have it, not this one. Sorry. Payload configuration. What I will do, I will add admin. Then I'll try to add a demo. I'll try to add a user 123. I'm just giving some random value here to I'm just showing how the loops are happening. Okay. Once I give the n number of password list, so then I'll click on start attack. So you see that. So you see that this will work like this. Okay, so first it takes some empty value, because we initially we given some empty value, right? Even though it will take empty one. So then the whatever the in a payload file I have given in that payload configuration list, you see that that's implementing in that particular place. See, so if what about the see here the demo, you can see user 123, it's implementing that inputs, and it's giving me the actual response. What is the actual response for everything? Okay, so you can see the actual response for each and every request. Okay, so and you can if you got something success here, so you can consider that is the actual password for that. Then you can use that password to log in. Okay, so some of the looping, not only for the matching the password files, we can use it for so much of things. So that is a one of the scenario for the repeater, or sorry, intruder. Then we have collaborator, then we have sequence. Collaborator, like we can, if you want some of the server to check whether the data is moving to any other servers, right, you can use this collaborator. Then decoder, if you're getting some encoded data, you can directly instead of going to some online site, you can use here to decode that. So then, yeah, this is the most of the things we'll use. Then we have some one more option. Yeah, so this B app. So once you go for the extensions, you see that B apps here, B app store. In this, from this B app store, you can install some of the extension. The extension in the sense, if you want to analysis, okay. If you want to do some deeper analysis for the SQL injection, right? So if you click on SQL, you see that okay, no SQL scanner will be there. Okay, if your target is using NoSQL, that time what happened, this extension will do some deeper analysis on that, and it will give you the output, not a actual proper success output. You'll get some partial output, like okay, so I tried this, so I got this response. Take that input and do the manual analysis from your end as well. Okay, so we can use this B app store here. Okay, so then we have a options called to save the project. Okay, so save and search only will be in the what to say, um, professional edition. So in project, if you see here, save copy. If you click on copy, it will save in. I mean, if you forgot to create a what to say, the new project. So if you forgot that, after doing all the analysis before closing, you can click save copy to say they take the copy of this entire analysis. And one more thing, what you can do, you can yeah, save copy is there. Yeah. So if you see here, if you want to see, you have n number of file. Okay. So you know that only demo.testfire.net is your actual file. Okay, before taking the backup, you want to remove this all. You want to take only the backup of this particular file. So what I will do, so you have an option called add to scope here. Just right click here. So you have options called add to scope. Once you click on add to scope, okay, so it will go to the scope part. So you see here, you can see what is the actual scope. So after this, if you click on the save copy, only this request details and response detail will be in that save file. Others all will get removed. So you can do this as well. So this is the overview of the Brubshoot. So once you have the Brubshoot tool, you can do this everything. Okay. With the help of tools, Brubshoot tool, we are going to do the complete website security, even not only website, mobile security, Android, iOS, thick-client application security. So wherever the application is there, so you can use the Brubshoot, you can do the analysis for the application. Wow, it's too much of amount. I think it's taking too long value. We know that this is not actual amount ending balance as okay. I see that there is available balance. Actually, you can use this site for some demo purpose. Yeah, fine, no problem. So we'll see. Yeah, so we complete the prep shoot. So meanwhile, we'll see that whether it's all the upgradation has been completed. Then only I can able to show you how you can install. mm, I think some of them are not able to uh, update the attendance. They are asking that. I think you can directly request to Shushmita about this. Okay, so some of them are dropping me the chat directly. So and yeah, the attendance link already dropped in that main chat. Okay, you can take from there. I don't know why some of them are not able to get that attendance link. It's already dropped. Oh God, still now the 75% has been completed. Just wait for 2 minutes. I think it will get complete. Then we'll see how to work with the what to say Go Fisher. At least we see that how it will look like. First, uh, yeah, Shushmita, some of them are facing issue uh, by while uploading the attendance. They are saying that they are getting some black screen.
No, sir. Actually, I think it is because of their network. The attendance is fine. The link is fine. Like the students are marking.
Okay, then fine. So then, Saranya, just check your internet connectivity because others can able to access. Only you know you're not able to do that. Just check the attendance link. Think is my screen is got disconnected.
Yes, sir, it is not visible for now. Just now it
Mm,
is disconnected.
just I thought I select the wrong button. Okay. Now is it visible?
Yeah, yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So once this upgradation happened, right? What we can do just directly dot slash go fish. So this is the actual command. So we can use this command. Once you run this, you will okay, let's see. I'll run this. Even though this will also see there is a start of admin. So you can see some of the port writer. So if you go and open if config, so this is the actual IP of the system. What I'm doing, just copy. I'm going to run it in the browser. Okay, so not a sorry. I'm going to run it in the Chrome. Okay, so HTTP colon double slash colon 3333. Okay, because this is the actual port number. See, you can see the username of this. Okay, please log in with the username admin and the password is this one. Okay, so once you run this terminal, you will get the username and password here. Okay, self-sign certification. Okay, I thought SSL also got implemented. So I'll do one thing. I'll just implement HTTPS here. Sorry. HTTPS colon. It's not running. Okay. So we'll check the status now. System CTL status go fish. Sorry. System sudo su poly system CTL status go fish. Disable. Okay. Start go fish. Okay. Now we'll see the status. What is this? Okay, so again we are getting a new error here. The new error will be like, so first is that, so it's showing that the entire service got disabled. So what I did, I just start the service, even though you see that still it's disabled. So okay, it's activating, but it's not a complete. Okay, it's a initially it was dead. So after I just ran this, I see that it's a complete service got dead. Mm, let's see. Let's start. So even if you see some service 333, then the port is actually running. There is some of the errors in the configuration file. So like that we can able to understand. We need to understand that. Okay. So if you can see whatever the port numbers you are trying to activate, if that port numbers you can see it in this command. So it means that it's working fine, but there is some backend issue. So that we need to rectify that. Okay. So what we'll do that. Mhm. Okay, so where is that configuration file? First, I'll stop this. Nano config.json. Use TLS. Okay, first what I will do, I'll just remove this TLS. Okay, false. I'll make it false because of this true that TL is getting activated and it's I will use the HTTPS colon double slash the website name. Okay, so what I'm doing now here, I'm just changing that true to false. It means that I just don't want to use the HTTPS. I'll using going to use only HTTP. Okay, so now I'll just restart it again. Okay, service sorry, system CTL restart go fish. So just see check the status again. Okay, so active running. Okay, now I think we can run this command. Okay, already it's in used. Okay, upgradation also completed. So already it's in used. So I'll do one thing. So HTTP. Okay, I'll do one thing. Just a minute. So it's already got activated because I just changed the status, right? So even I need to kill this service. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to restart this Kali. I mean, It's okay. Sudo su ali um systemctl start gofish. Okay, so I'll just check the status once again. Okay, it's running. So I need to run that cd slash opt. So cd gofish dot slash gofish already in used. Yeah, so this is the actual link. Okay, so you need to give the password as admin, username as admin, and password. Yeah, I forgot that. What is the actual password? Yeah, this is the password here. Okay, so I just copy this password, copy, and you can paste the password here. Okay, so once you paste invalid username password, what is that? Copy, paste, copy, paste, and okay. So admin password will be. So yeah, just one more thing is like every time of running this GoFish, you will get a new password here. Okay. So now you can reset the password. I'm just giving that admin at the rate of 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just for time being, I'm giving here admin at the rate of 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. So save password. So this is the actual template. It will look like this. Okay. So after this, once you get into this, you need to configure what to say, you need to configure everything. So you can see the user and groups, you can create a new groups, email templates you can create here, landing page, sending profiles, everything you need to configure here, web hooking. So everything you need to do it here. So actually campaigns. Okay, so you need to create a new campaign. See here, name and a email template. What is the actual email template? Landing page, how the, I mean here what actually we going to do, we need to create email template first. How the email, I mean whenever you are targeting somebody, so you need to know what I mean, how the target will accept your email. Okay, because you are going to do some phishing attacks, you're going to conduct some phishing campaign, right? So first of all, what you need to do, you need to say only you can send the email. You can't send email to Gmail, or you can't send to WhatsApp, nothing you can do. Okay, you have only the options to make them trust. You have a way to send the email to their Outlook account, or what is the actual their organization account they are using. Only that is the way you can send the email. Okay, the second thing is like based upon your target, you need to frame the template. So you need to create the email template here. So what is the name, and what is the sender, and what is the subject, and what is the text. If you want to add some file, you can add it here, and you need to save this template here. Okay, once you save this, then you need to create a landing page in the sense, so once they click on that, how the page will look like. You need to create your own page, you need to create your own complete page. So if you can create similar to their organization, some of the application login page, anything. Okay, so then you need to configure the sender profile. So what is the profile name, what is the, you need to create some email service here, username and password. So once you save this, okay, then what you need to do, once you send the email, right, once you want, then you need to start the campaign. So in this campaign, you need to add all the details and URL, and send by at what day it should be sent. So launching date, sending a email by. So this all the things you need to send, configure. Once you configure and launch the campaign, what happened? You see that there is a campaign details. It will launch on that particular date. So automatically it will start sending the email. So once you send the email to the target, so when you need to wait whether you are getting response or not. But the response will not get within a day. It will take a week, or it will take a some time. Okay, so once you properly did that, then you will get a, if you get some details about the target organization. So there is a, so much of chances, like as well last time as we discussed. So you have options to take it into the AD account. You have uh, po- possible to get into the login into the firewall. So there's a chance. Okay, so once you got that access, then you can change the firewall rule and you can easily get in to the organization network. And if you have the AD account, then you have a possible of what to say, get the AD domain, and you can control a number of user systems. Okay, so this is the actually Go Fisher. So you need to configure in this way. So you need to use this for the phishing campaign. So when someone in your organization, if they are planning to do the phishing campaign, you need to create this entire dashboard to create that. Okay, so if you have any doubts on this, you can ask me. So if you everyone are good for today, then we can conclude the today topic, and we'll move for tomorrow. I hope everyone are clear on the today topic. Uh, yeah, okay. So, Shushmita, can you able to hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think today we are good to go. So we complete the topic. Even there's no one having the doubts for today.
Okay, sure, sir. We can wind up for the day. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll meet
So
by tomorrow.
yeah. So and some of them are dropping the message that they are not able to open the attendance link.
Let me share once again, sir. I'll just check.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.